you.
Damn, he's so cool. Love him. Boop. Welcome back to One Ingredient 5 Ways, where we take one budget-friendly ingredient and turn it into 5 amazing recipes. If you're new here, Budget Bites has been around since 2009, and our quest has been to help you make easy, nutritious meals that won't break the bank. Today, we are focusing on corn, thanks to one of our fans, Scott, who suggested canned corn. Let's get cooking. The first recipe I'm going to share with you is one of my favorites. It's our street corn salad. Super easy to make. You could use canned corn. You would want to drain and rinse it, but I like to use fresh corn shaved off the cob, sear it a little bit so it gets some color on it. Street corn also is known as Esquites if it's shaved off the cob, and elote if you're eating it on the cob. So this is a really great one for summer. Everybody loves it. Super easy to share and bring to a party. The next recipe I'm excited to share with you is our sweet corn risotto. Now, I love this recipe because I am a corn freak, total fanatic. One of my friends has an album on her phone, just pictures of me eating corn. But I love this recipe because you're using the cob, and it's actually really important to use that in the recipe, as well as the fresh kernels. So first things first, we're gonna shave the kernels off of our corn. And now corn is actually not easy to digest unless you cut through that skin and break it up. But by shaving it off the cob, you're gonna kind of help that corn cook on the inside as well and break down that tough outer skin that we can't really digest. You're gonna add your corn cobs to your broth. Next step, we're going to start to melt our salted butter. So I've really finely diced sweet onion, and then we're gonna cook that down and add our risotto and start to toast that. You're just gonna add a ladle at a time of your hot broth, and you're gonna wait to add the next ladle until it's been absorbed by the arborio rice. So when you pull it back, and you can see the bottom of your pan linger for a little while longer, that means you're ready for that next ladle of broth. And now the last step is adding in the freshly shredded Parmesan cheese. It takes a while, but it's worth the effort. It's just a really nice festive dish for summer when corn's in season. One of my next recipes that I'm gonna show you is our cornbread cake. So of course there's cornbread, and then there's cake, but cornbread cake is the best of both worlds. This recipe is really light and fluffy like a vanilla cake, but it also has that great texture from cornmeal. So I really love it, and we make it with a honey buttercream frosting. So it's great for dessert or breakfast. But I'm gonna cut a slice here and just show you that texture. All right, the moment of truth. She's a beauty. So here is our cornbread cake sliced. So you can see it has that kind of nice light texture, but it is still a little bit crumbly like cornbread. So it's the best of both worlds, and it's very rich, but that corn texture and that corn flavor really shines through. So I personally love it in the summertime. It's one of my favorite things to bring to 4th of July party. It's really a fun one to share with your friends. My next recipe is an easy one. It's grilled corn, but I'm gonna show you a little trick that I like to do before I throw corn on the grill at home, and it's removing the silks. So you're kind of shucking it, but not entirely shucking it, because really what you wanna do is just remove that little bit of kind of annoying strings that sometimes wind up in your corn and in your teeth. And it's okay if you rip the corn husk a little bit, because it's really just gonna cover it back up so it goes on the grill and doesn't get overcooked. But these are the silks, and that might be something that, you know, if you're cooking corn at home, it ends up all over your floor before you take it out to the grill or throw it in a pot. But from here, we're gonna just bring the husks back up. Using an indoor grill is a little bit tricky because you really want to be able to get it to steam. But if you have a charcoal grill, it's going to be a lot faster. So you'll know that your corn is done on the grill when the outside husk is pretty singed and the inside of the corn, whatever you can see of it's going to be a little bit more kind of brighter in color. But you just take them off the grill, put them off to the side at your cookout, and people will come and help themselves whenever they're ready. For my last official recipe of this episode, I'm going to share with you our hot corn dip from the blog. So it's amazing, it's hot, it's cheesy, it's perfect to share with a crowd. Really great recipe, and it's got red bell peppers in there too, which is kind of added natural sweetness, which I really love. And I actually used our air fryer tortilla chips, which is another corn recipe on the blog. But yeah, this is a really fun one for a crowd. But if you're gonna have your girlfriends over for snacks, you've gotta have margaritas. And if it's a corn episode, of course I made a corn margarita. I did a couple of different tests because you know at Budget Bites, we rigorously test every single recipe in this kitchen. And I tried a few different options to infuse these margaritas with corn. So I made a corn simple syrup using the, leftover corn from a shaved corn recipe. And I also made corn oleosaccharum. So this once was just corn and sugar, and it's actually drawn out all of that moisture from corn. So there's no added liquid to this, which is kind of fun. And I did just a white sweet corn, and I also did a sugar and butter corn. But Jenny and Melissa, come over here. Come drink with me, don't make me drink alone. So the margarita recipe is really simple. You're just gonna add a little bit of this corn simple to your margarita mix that you have made with fresh squeezed limes. Thanks, Melissa.
No problem. Jess, what is this rimmed with?
So it's rimmed with, we use habanero tahini. So, it's yellow and it is spicy, but it's this awesome kind of salty blend for a margarita. And don't drink yet. I have to figure out where I cut your cute little garnish.
Look at that.
Adorable.
How cute.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to corn.
I know.
Cheers to corn.
To summer.
This summer.
Oh, she's strong.
Oh.
It's good. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of One Ingredient, 5 Ways, where we turned, the humble ear of corn into 5, 6, 7?
7.
I got carried away. Amazing recipes. You can find all of them on our blog, Budget Bites. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what your favorite corn recipes are. Cheers!
Cheers.
Does that work?
Good.
Yeah.
It is strong though.
I know.
I'm just not a tequila drinker.
I love tequila.